everyone. Welcome to Believer Science YouTube channel. We are starting this history series. We will begin with 6th standard NCERT titled Our Past. And within this, the first chapter is what, where, how and when. Now if you look into the chapter, in the beginning there is a pause and there a girl named Rashida is mentioned. So you can just place yourself on her place and think about how we can know about various events that have happened in the past. She was imagining the same. So we will begin this historical journey with this question. Now let's move ahead. So here we will learn what is history, why we study history, and how do we study history. Let's see all of these one by one. First of all, historian Romila Thapar says something about history, that history is an understanding of the past. What she says? History is understanding of the past. It is not about what has happened or whether something that has happened is correct or not. It is not about finding the absolute truth also, because we can never find it. What she says exactly is that we can use various methods of analysis to try and arrive at the understanding of a problem. That is the reconstruction of the past. So, whatever thoughts, ideas, environment, people, whatever surrounds us, everything has a history. The room in which we are recording this video, the place from where you are watching this video, every single thing has a history. Okay? Let's see this one. What is this image about? Now, this is the ornament. It is bangle that we use in today's times. This you can get in Myntra. But this, what is this? This is an image from the Indus Valley civilization. Okay? Indus Valley civilization. These are the ornaments found there. So, when we study history, we will know about these ornaments. And what historians will do? They will study these and they will construct the history of these ornaments that we use today. Right? So that's what Romila Thapar means, that various methods can be used to study various things, various sources that are found in those times to know about today's times. Similarly, about the society, about various cultures, about political institutions, many things we can know by these methods. Right? Let's move ahead. So what is history? History is the study of chronology of significant events and their analysis. Why? Because those events have impact on different aspects of our life. Now, first of all, chronology. Chronology means it will involve dates. So we will study the sequence of events. Now, sequence means which event came first and what was the next event. Then, chronology of significant events. Now, significant events means what? Suppose we take the example of Ashoka, Emperor Ashoka. Now, what Emperor Ashoka ate for breakfast, lunch, dinner, that is also an event. But we don't need that. We need to understand Ashoka's policy of Dhamma. That is a significant event. How he was very saddened by the death and destruction that followed the Kalinga war, that is a significant event. So, significant events, chronology of significant events and their analysis. Why we have to analyze them? Because those events have significant impact on different aspects of life. For example, economic aspect. Everyone will be knowing that there were people who were going for hunting and gathering, right? So from there, first it started with hunting and gathering. Then discovery of fire happened. Fire was discovered. Then this was followed by rearing of animals and agriculture. Then, along with this, various other specializations happened, like crafts came up. In specialization of these, then internal and external trade took place. Internal trade means the people were exchanging goods within the region. External means they were going out of the country, right? So these took place. Then several sectors emerged. Like in today's times, we have textile sector, electronic sector. These sectors of today emerged. So, how do we know about these things? By studying history, by having this evolution, right? Understood? So, history is the study of chronology of significant events and their analysis because those events have significant impact on different aspects of life. We have seen the economic aspect, how economy had a history. Let's move ahead. Now, we will see why we should study history. Pause the video for a few seconds and think, what is this image about? And you have to write it in the comments. This image is about Indus Valley Civilization. Now imagine that there is a very prosperous empire and the people are very rich, they are very prosperous, they are living a very happy life, but they are not very much unaware about the lurking danger behind. So what they are doing? They are just enjoying and they don't know anything. Eventually, what happens? The empire gets destroyed. But what do we know from this? We know that when we study history, we get to know about the mistakes committed in the past so that we do not commit in the present time. Regarding Indus Valley civilization, how it got disintegrated, no one knows. Study is still going on and there are a lot of theories. But about other civilizations, other cultures, we know a lot of them, other empires, right? So we should study them and we get to know what mistakes they committed, right? And then we should not repeat those mistakes in present time. That's what history does, right? Let's move ahead. So let's study in detail now that why we should study history. First one is understanding of the past. As we have already seen that when we study history, we understand the various people, various cultures, various societies, right? And then we can uncover the events, ideas and people that have shaped the world we live in today. That's what we know when we study history. Now, the next one, learning from the past. We have already seen this, that we will learn about it and we will not repeat the mistakes committed by those people in those times, right? For example, British fueled the communalism in India, right? Now, what it resulted in? It resulted in partition of India, which is very unfortunate because there was a lot of bloodshed in those times, right? So, our forefathers, our founders of the constitution, they learned from it and they made sure that this mistake will never be repeated. How? During the framing of the constitution. And how did they do this? Through Article 25 to 28. What is it? Right to religion. right to religion so that such events will never repeat in the future. Understood? Got it? Next one is learning from the past. Oh, sorry. Next one is cultivating empathy and understanding. We have already learned the learning from the past. Yeah. Now, cultivating empathy and understanding. When we study history, we cultivate the respect for diverse cultures because we get to know many things. We cultivate empathy. How we do this? Let's see. Okay. Now, pause the video again and think about what is this image about. And write in the comments also. Okay. This image is Ellora Caves. It is the image of Ellora Caves. So, what is so special about it? There is some very interesting thing about it. If you can find anything, then just please write in the comments. What exactly happened is, here are, in those times actually, there were three very important religions. Brahmanism, Buddhism, and Jainism. This is the same as like how today we have many religions like Hinduism, Islam, Christianity and so on. In those times, these three were very important religions. Now, in these Ellora caves, we have the sculptures from all these three religions. So, what we get to know from this? That religious harmony. There was religious harmony in those times. So, how we will develop this religious harmony? In today's times especially, by cultivating the empathy and understanding. So it will give us various perspectives. We will respect various cultures, various traditions. Okay, got it. Now the next one is developing critical thinking skills. So history teaches us to develop critical thinking skills by evaluating various sources, various things that we come across, various people that we come across. Okay, for this, let us go back again to this same Ellora caves. Now, we just now learned that Ellora caves, we get to know that there was religious harmony because these three religions have sculptures in this temple, in this cave. Okay. So now, some historians think that this is not the case. We never know why these three religion sculptures were there in these caves. So they are still contemplating it and they are still researching about it. That is called critical thinking. So we don't know exactly. We are just making an understanding of something based on what we understand today. We don't know what exactly happened in those times. So this research is still going on. That is called critical thinking. Next one, enhancing cultural literacy. So history exposes us to significant events that will help us in understanding our own literature, our culture, our paintings, architecture. Let's understand this better. See, pause the video again and think about what these images are. Let's first see the first one. This is the image of Brihadishwara temple in Gangaikonda, Cholapura. Now, if we just look at this temple, we will get to know, we will not know actually anything about it except the fact that this is a temple and its name is Brihadishwara temple of Gangaikonda, Cholapura. Because we have another one in Thanjavur also, so we say it like that, right? But if we know the story behind it, then it will be quite interesting, isn't it? So, this is related to the Chola Empire. When we see this temple, we don't get to know any information about it except the name. But if we study the history of the temple, we get to know about the story behind it. We get to know about the Chola Empire. So history helps us in understanding our own culture, our own understanding of the temple or many other things like art, culture and architecture and many other things, right? So let's know about this one first. It is related to the Chola Empire. Now, this was built by Rajendra Chola. Why? When he went for expedition to Ganges and he returned victorious, he had built this new city of Gangaikonda Cholapuram, and there he built this temple, Brihadeshwara temple. You can see it is there in the name itself. He had victory over the Ganges area, so Ganga name is there in the Gangaikonda Cholapuram. This is one example. Another one. This is the painting of Bodhisattva Padmapani in Ajanta caves. If we just look at this painting, we will not have any other information. Okay. This painting is of Buddhism. It is a theme of Buddhism. If we study history, we get to learn about Buddhism. Then we see this painting and we know that this painting has the theme of Buddhism. It has Buddhist theme. So only when we study history, we get to know more details about this painting. See how history helps us in understanding our own culture, art, literature, whatever, books, right? Next. So, informed decision making and citizenship. So, we already learned that history helps us in understanding or developing critical thinking skills, right? So, those critical thinking skills help us in citizenship. Citizenship means responsible citizenship. How responsible citizenship? You must have come across news about various news items like in many of the monuments there will be some littering in the area nearby that, and you must have studied about Taj Mahal, the polluted industries nearby, right? So when we know history, we'll not do that. We'll preserve our heritage, right? That is called responsible citizenship. Next one is preserving collective memory. So history helps us in preserving the collective memory of events and some specific people who have contributed in significant manner. For example, let us take our freedom struggle. So there we had a lot of people who had given up their lives, contributed in an immense way. For example, Honorable Mahatma Gandhi, right? Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Honorable Bhagat Singh, right? So, Netaji Subhash Bose. So, all these people, about them, how do we come to know? Only when we study history, right? So, these are the reasons why we should study history, and that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. You are enjoying this historical journey. We will continue this series. For more such videos, you can log on to Believer Science YouTube channel, and for more such details, you can visit all these websites listed here. Alright, thank you all.